So I'm happy with that. So there's our window, there's our top window. We can add some glass in. We're just going to add in a plane, scale that down, rotate on the X 90, and again scale it down just to bring it over. Obviously don't forget to rotate it as per your house. I'm just going to bring that into the center here, and then just kind of scale that down like so. So that's going to be our glass, and then Shift D on the X, RZ90, bring it on down to this one, like so. Whoops. Like that. We could probably scale it down a bit more so it doesn't pop out of the there. Like so. Maybe move that back in a bit more. Object, set origin to geometry. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's a bit better. Now also what we're going to add on here, we've got to do the trees, so let's just plonk that down there. Let's add in a cylinder. We're going to go back up to 32. Okay, and then hit that. Just going to make it a bit longer. Just going to go into edit and hit that. We just want that bottom one selected like so, and we're just going to scale that out. Okay, and then maybe just move that top one off a bit. And then what we're going to do now is come out of edit. We're going to Shift D on the Z. Just going to bring that down, go back into the edit modes. We just want to select that bottom one there and scale that out. Ooh, like so, and then Shift duplicate on the Z like that, and we'll just scale that in. So it's basically well, it's lots of Christmas trees. Shift D on the Z and then scale that in. Shift D on the Z, scale that in. And then we're just going to put one more on there, Shift D on the Z. And then this one, I'm going to go into edit, select that top face. We're just going to oik it up, scale it on in, because it's the pointy part of the tree. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select all those bottom edges. Oh, I need to Control A first. And then Control B to bevel it. Just give it a few more segments. And then we're going to do the same on here. Control B. And just keep carrying on. Oops. Oh dear. Control B. And then Control B, and then the last one, Alt and Control B. Don't know what's going on there, but we're going to leave it. It's a tree. What do you expect? And then we can just copy all those. Shift D on the X, just bring it on over. We can tilt it, shove it in the snow. This one also needs shoving in the snow a bit more. Shift, let's just set origin to geometry. So Shift D on the X again. I'm going to put in just 3 trees, like so. Shove it in the snow. Kind of like that. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Right, now the next thing is we are going to make a Shift A, and we're going to make a Eevee Sphere like so. We're just going to bring it on over. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I might just make it a little bit bigger, like that's bigger. Okay, so this is going to be the globe. I'm also going to chuck in a cylinder for the base. Cylinder, scale, kind of like that. Okay, and then we're just going to select that top and then scale on in like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, let's just scale it up a bit. Whoops. Scale. I just need to scale it up a little bit. Maybe. And then we are going to hit tab, go into edges. We just want to select that top edge up there, and then we're going to do a Control B. Okay, but we're going to do custom, and then we're going to go on a preset, maybe not that one, maybe something like that, but chuck up the edges so it gives it a bit more of a pattern look, just to make it look a little bit funky. Okay, so I'm cool with that. So let's shade smooth. Let's shade smooth. Right, so let's give it a bit of material. So the globe obviously is glass. So I'm going to chuck in a mix shader. One's going to be glass, one's going to be transparent. I'm going to bring that down. The lighting, let's chuck in an environment. Okay, so we're going to chuck in a HDR, so you can get these. Let me just find out which one I'm going to use. So we've got different interiors. I'm going to use just an interior. Let's see how that comes out. And then open image. And we're going to chuck on denoising optics. Okay, so I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that as it is. So what we've got to do now is add some material. Okay. So sorry, the environment image is from HDR Haven, and you can download, there's loads of HDR images in there, and then you just need to go into your world properties and then change the lighting to an environment texture. Okay, and then just you can click on the open and then open up your HDR image, and that'll be your background. If you didn't know that already, if you did know that, then well done. Right, I'm just going to switch this off. So we've just got our little house. So the snow, that's white, so that can be as is. The trees are green, so we're going to go for a green. but like a dark green, because that's how the cookie crumbles. And then all we have to do is come over here to our browse material bit, and we can just drag it on. But just bear in mind, if you want to change any of these and you go in here and change it, it will change all of them, because you can see how many, you can see here how many objects are linked to this material. Okay, so as we add this, we've now got 5, and then it'll be just keep going up if we can get to the right. Okay, so bear that in mind. So if you want to change the material, you have to click on this number, and then that'll just be an individual object. I'll show you in a minute on the tiles, because that's what we've got to do on there, because I don't want to keep all the tiles the same color. We just got to keep them, you know, a bit different. Throw a few different colors in there, or a few different shades of a color, not different colors altogether. Right, the tree trunk, we're just going to chuck in obviously a brown, like so. Again, you can just drag it over, saves a bit of time. Right, the house, so the windows are going to be brown, different shade of brown, and so's the door. Oh yeah, we've got to edit the door in a minute. And then the window frame is going to be that. Windows, we're just going to chuck in again a mixed shader for glass and transparent, and then again we just drag that over to that one. The house, maybe like a subtle red. I know you can have whatever colour house you want. Right, the tiles. So I'm gonna do an orange. Okay, so we're just gonna put in random different tiles, and we're just going to do like random ones. Okay, it's up to you how you do this, but this is what I'm doing. And now we're going to add in a different orange, maybe like a darker orange. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Again, just random different oranges there, and then a few more, I think, and then another orange, or whatever colour you feel is appropriate. Maybe like a maybe like a yellow. I don't know. Just going to fill the others in with a kind of a yellowy kind of colour, like that. I'll tell you what we could have done is just done this side first. We're going to delete, because I don't fancy doing all this again on the other side. Oh, I suppose we could, to keep it unique, hey? Just to keep it unique. And then like so. So what you could do is just delete all this side, and then just duplicate the other side and just rotate it around. It's up to you how you do it. There's no rules or anything like that. I think we've gone a bit extreme on this red. But there you go. Oh, do you know what? Stuff it. See, let's just select all these. Blum, blum, blum. Let's just select them. Let's just delete Oh, we can't escape and then delete, and then we can just, oh I see, it's just I see, that's why we must have had a few selected over here. But if we press C and press your middle mouse button, it will deselect them. Okay, I'll deselect that, escape, make sure nothing else is selected, and then we can just delete. Okay, and then if we use the C again and just select all these along here, and then we can just Shift D and rotate, Shift D RZ 180. Okay, so Shift D RZ 180. Whoa, how far have I gone? 180, and then we'll just tweak it over like so. Okay, maybe just move it up a tad. There we go. So that, oh, we had I don't know what's going on there, but it must have had a few of the trees. Oh jeez. Oh, we've duplicated it anyway. Let's just delete. There we go. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, the door. Let's just edit. Go into tab. Right, how are we going to do this? Maybe put a couple of loop cuts. Put 6 loop cuts in. 4, 5, 6, and then Alt, Shift, Alt, and then scale on the X. So we're just bringing them closer together. Again, there, Shift X, and there, Shift X, like so. And number 3, because we're just going to hit that one, and then we are going to, let's select those top ones as well. Oh, actually we could do those ones in a minute. So we're going to, in fact we're going to select those, and then we're going to extrude on the Y like so, and then the same at the top, select those and extrude on the Z. Okay, and then what we can do is, if we just hit that, and then hit edges, and then Control B, we can just give it a bit of a bevel on the edges, like so. Okay, and maybe just here add in a Eevee Sphere. Just, oh, where's our Eevee Sphere gone? Well, ooh. Oh, okay. Scale. I thought it was like super small, but it's not. So we'll just scale it down a bit more. What we're going to do is edit, and then Alt A to deselect, and then hit faces. And what we can do is just hit those there, and if we do C, we can just select all those in the middle there. And what we want to do is, if we, so that's our active vertex. We're going to go into active elements, then we're going to scale Z 0, so that's made all this top edge flat, and then we can just extrude on the Z like so, and rotate X 90 minus. Also give it a bit of a shade smooth. Let's see where we are. Let's scale this right the way down. So this is our door knob. Scale it up like so. Let's give that the metal material. So we're just going to crank up metallic and then just chuck that down a little bit. So I'm quite happy with that. Now what about the base? The base we can Blender kit active asset type, so materials, Blender kit, is that in here? Preferences, if you haven't got it. Let's look at add-ons. Just type in here Blender kit. Yeah, so if it's not ticked, then tick it. Okay, and then this will come up with a load of materials. I know there is a wood in here. Here we go. So it's like a walnut wood. I'm sure there must be other woods in there. But I'm just going to go with the walnut wood just to keep it nice and quick. So we're just going to do that. Right, okay, so it's loaded in. Okay, that's looking pretty damn cool. And then you can just hit that again and so hit the eye, switches it off. Let's switch our sphere back on. Let me just save. I'm going to chuck in a plane. Shift A, mesh, plane. Just chuck it down so it's kind of here. Scale it up. Material, I'm just going to give it, say it's black. Hit the render preview button. Okay, let's move this up. And there's our little snow globe. Whee! With our little house. Oh, do you know what we didn't do? We didn't put. Where's my sphere gone? Is that one? You know what we didn't do is Shift A light. I just put in a point light maybe. Just got to drag that inside, and hopefully it'll just come out of the yeah. Oh, that's looking good, isn't it? Hey, look at that. You can make it like an orangey sort of colour, so it looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's turn on our glass. Oh, our light's a little bit big. You might have to mess about with the lighting actually. Say 20 watts. And the world light, maybe knock that down to 0.3. So it's a little bit darker, so we get to see the light inside the house a little bit better. And that is our little Christmas scene. It's our little Christmas scene. Let's just mess about with that so we don't get so much internal duplicating. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe knock that down a bit. Don't mess about with that too much. get rid of there we go. We've got our little lights on the inside there. We've got the reflection from the environment lighting. Yeah, it's looking pretty damn cool. So there we go. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It does mean so much. If you got any comments, drop them down below and I'll try and answer as many as I can. And we'll see you on the next video. Ta-da for now.